Yo, what's good, family? Coming in with some trading vocabulary. Go ahead and hop right into it. I'm gonna give you a full list of all the words we're gonna be going over first, so everybody can be on the same page. So the first three words we're gonna do them in groupings. The first three groupings, starting with the first word. If I can get it together here, is gonna be accumulation. ICT, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Those are going to be our first three words. I actually blow that up, you know what I'm saying? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And then our second one, second grouping is going to be expansion, and correction. And then the third one is going to be a reaction versus a reversal. So these are the three things that I think are going to be important for these next couple of segmented videos I'm going to create, trying to expand more off of these fundamental words. If you can understand accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and how you have expansion and correction moves inside of those accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, that's gonna form an overall reaction that's gonna then help you determine where to enter for the reversal. So let's go ahead and hop into let's go ahead and hop into all that, right? First, I'm actually gonna go back and bring back some of those words. I'm actually leave all of those words right there. You know what I'm saying? Just leave these right here. I'm gonna try and give a colored visual representation of where we are gonna go with this. So I'm actually running it like this. Let's do this. Let's leave accumulation here and let's make it yellow, because that is what we want. And then let's make manipulation red. And remember, these are just visual purposes. Just don't mean nothing for real. And then let's make distribution blue. All right. So we have accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Remember, for example purposes, we're going to use this for you to visually see on the chart, because there are going to be different times in the market where it's going to happen differently, and it may not look the same, but it'll mean the same in the overall pattern that it's creating. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean by that, and dive in deeper onto each individual word. So let's start with accumulation, right? Accumulation is going to be our yellow box right here. Accumulation is going to be our ranging. Price is going to be ranging in the accumulation. It's building up. It's accumulating. How do you know we're in accumulating? You need to know in each stage where you are in the market, because that's how you're going to know if you should be trading, when you should be trading, etc., etc. So the accumulation is usually going to be ranging, following the same lows, following the same highs, following the same lows, maybe something exciting, but then coming back, following the same high. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, ranging, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, ranging. This is the accumulation. The next phase after that, and it may not happen right after. You may not always have this phase in the market, but you need to be able to know where you are. For instance, this right here was a preparation of the distribution. It was showing you where you were going to be ahead in the market, ahead before the market even presented itself. But like I said, you need to be able to read it. So then what happens after all? Is this the same move, right? Price went up to go right back down. Price went up, right back down. Is price ranging? Is price expanding, or is price correcting, right? This is a good point in the find in the vocabulary. Right here, this is what a label for right now is manipulation. And then what happens afterwards is our distribution. How do you know it's a distribution? Because price kept the trend and the correction continued to happen. Kept the trend and the correction continued to happen. So this is how you know the difference between accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. In fact, let's go into some more examples. Let's go to, actually, you know what? I'm going to, actually, you know, yeah, I was going to say let's not, but I'm going to keep going. Let's go into, let me go find some right here. It's not necessarily a set thing that happens every time in the market, but you need to know where you are in the market. So for instance, if I'm zooming into the chart right here, these pink line right here represents a day. So every single time you see price cross and make a new pink line horizontally, it's a day. So what I'm seeing in the market right here is a big range. A big range with a big accumulation and big distribution. But you know, I'm not even trying to make this video that long, so I'm not going to get that too deep. So we're just going to use this example right here. This is actually nice because it has two phases in it. This is our accumulation. This is our preparation of our distribution. You know what I'm saying? A prep of our distribution. Here's our real distribution. Can you imagine what this is? What is that weird selling move that actually continued the trend? So was it truly a manipulation, or was it the expansion? So this is why it's important to know where you are, the expansion and correction. So let's go ahead and bring it back over to where we were, and let's continue to dive in to the other vocabulary words. So we have the accumulation, we have the manipulation, we have the distribution. I'll go over a little bit more into those, but let's now get into the expansion and the correction. The expansion is going to be increasing in size, and the correction is going to be decreasing in size. So we must first, you know, let me go ahead and delete. Let's delete everything out of the chart, start blank. Let's just keep using the same example right here, right? If we are starting right here in the market, let's say we start here in the market, and I see price moving. I see, oh wow, it made a high. Okay, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Relatively to what price has been doing, it looks like it's accumulating. To me, that's what I would say it's doing. So until it breaks this previous high, expanding in the market, hold on, let me pause it just in case you broke it. Just in case you missed it. Price was accumulating here. Let me expand this yellow box here even more. So if price isn't in the yellow box, it's making a new move. For visual purposes, just bear with me, right? Price broke out of that yellow box here. Price broke out of that yellow box here. We are now expanding. Notice after the expansion here, price came right back down. Let's rewind that just in case somebody didn't get that. Okay, we're in the yellow box. We've been in the yellow box for days. Days now. Days. There's expansion corrections in here, but what I'm trying to get is the overall picture. Boom, we finally broke out of the yellow box. Expansion out. But can price sustain itself? Does price sustain itself? No. Here's where you have a correction. So I'm looking for trends. Really just trends in the market. Okay, what happens after that? Does the correction continue to decrease? Is it accumulating again? Or is it prepping up for another what? Expansion. That is what we want. And it's very simple to identify those. Expansion, correction. If you can know that expansion is increasing and a correction is decreasing, that's all you need to know. Many other people like to refer as a contraction, as a correction, as a retracement. And we'll kind of get into that in the Fibonacci side. So let's get into the one last thing, and that's going to be a reaction versus a reversal. And where we are right here, I'm kind of glad we're right here because this is truly a reaction versus a reversal. If you look at this first expansion, or just let's call it an impulse, this first bullish move, let's color it blue because price, you know what I'm saying, made its way up in this arrow. Then price came back and expanded here in this yellow zone. After price came and accumulated in this yellow zone, when it expanded here, this will be our reversal, and this is going to be our reaction. And let me explain. The reaction is usually our first move. Write that down. Not always, but our reaction is usually our first move, and the reversal is usually our second. The reaction is prepping and setting you up for the reversal. In order for there to be a reversal, there must have to have been a reaction. Now, you do have one serious serial reaction where it just goes off the jump. That's called a serial reaction. But we're looking for a good retested reaction that came and accumulated, prepped, and set you up for the real reversal. So let's go into another example. What do I mean by that? There's going to be a move that happens before the move. For instance, right here, I'm just randomly zooming into the chart. The move happened 3 times right here. I see a bearish move here, a bearish move here, and a bearish move here. I see price accumulating for real in here, but it's expanding, or is it not? How do you know? Let's mark it. I see that price has a low here. It broke that low, expanded. Okay, I see price made a low here. It broke that low, expanded. Okay, I see price made a low here. Broke that low, expanded. So that means these would be my corrections because it's decreasing. But you say, hey, Trev, this right here was a high. Didn't price break that? So technically didn't expand higher? Yes, this correction, this contraction expanded higher into this range. So we still have an overall trend. So you have trends inside of trends. So you must be tracking your trends so you know where you are. So in this case, it would not have been an expansion, it would have been a correction. And I didn't even really establish what I was trying to go with that. We were trying to get the reaction versus the reversal. These two moves is delete the black. These two reds right here, with this one and this one, are the reaction setting you up for the bigger reversal. So how do you know the two? Is because these two moves, let's actually delete everything off the chart. This is how you really know. I'm going to literally measure from the beginning of this move to the low move. I see it came to 1.315. I'm going to drag it to over here. Now I see it was bigger than that. So I'm going to line it up with this one. I see that the full move completed, and then I started to see price, what? Doesn't it look like it's kind of decreasing right there? What is that called? Contracting. Price is contracting back into the aqua and EMA. That aqua EMA is a 50. The trend, the heavy trend, is going to always be with that aqua, that 50. It's going to contract before it expands. Price is a breathing river of water. Think of it as it flows, it's going to expand and contract. Reacting before what? The big reversal. So I don't want to hold this video too long. I'm going to actually be making part 1, part 2, part 3, try to dive deeper into what's really going on. But actually, let me give one more live example. I think this is where we were before, but oh well. Here we are as your accumulation with your distribution. Actually, forgot this is your distribution, followed by your manipulation. Manipulation happened afterwards. That usually doesn't happen. And then you have your bigger distribution. Let me go actually get some more examples. Let's go look at something right now. Ethereum. First thing that came to mind. All right, I'm gonna zoom in directly on the chart. First thing I see, I'm looking for my eyes. The first thing I'm looking for is evenness. Same thing that's happening over. Okay, same thing. So I'm gonna label this as my accumulation, and it's important to color. If it helps you, color the boxes. So when I color these ranges and I'm making sure that I'm stopping right where price is stopping, when I see price break out in places like here and here, I'm like, why is it breaking out? If it's breaking out, why is it not continuing? So is this truly an expansion? No, I think that's a contraction setting me up for a bigger expansion. Ooh, so that means these were the manipulation. It was tricking me out. Definitely tricking me out down there. Because I sure did miss this bigger move that happened here. Oh, wow, there it is. And I was so mad that I didn't even see price come back into the accumulation range again to set me up for what? Ooh, did I just give a setup? I didn't even, let me stop. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Thank you for watching this video. Peace, love. Thank you for coming in. Peace.